Broadcast is live.
What's going on, everybody? It's me. It's RDV. Here for another comic book haul. Here with Geekies. Thanks for coming back on the show. It's been a new addition to our little panel here, showing off the books. Eric Breen, always here by my side until Zach gets here, and then he tries to dip out.
And tonight will be no exception.
Well, it's all about making appearances, man. You know, get the name in there, make sure we remember, and then duck.
It's just want to
make the appearances, avoid the work. That's what I always say.
So trying to say, kids, don't smoke. We're not encouraging you just because there's Fred Flintstone there. Sad thing is, most kids probably don't know who Fred Flintstone is.
That's all right. They don't know who I am either. So
I was actually told by a teacher in high school. He said that I looked like Fred Flintstone. Like, can't you pick like a real person? He said, "No, you look like Fred Flintstone and the older brother in Leave It to Beaver." But so
well, Eric's definitely got it hands down as far as the look. He's still got those long, luscious black hairs. You know, no dye job whatsoever.
But the ones that are coming out of your nose, you have to trim. I mean, I do that all the time.
You know, you succeeded when you're able to take your ear hair and tie it.
That's how I got the mustache started. That and taking some of them off my back hair.
not sure I'm going to make it to Zach getting here.
Hello to Marani in the chat. You are the chat tonight.
Believe me, you're better off out there.
So I only got 12 books tonight. One of I didn't get a chance to read. I was just about to. I'll just start showing them off, go through them, and Zach will be here to complain about what? That's not your top 5? All right. Get in here. This. All right. So my number 12. Didn't get a chance to can't really rank it, so that's why it's at the top of or I guess to say it. Yeah, I guess it'd be the top, right? Yeah. If we're going with Frugo's rating, top 5 and bottom 3. I'm not sure how that goes. Anyway, so I didn't get a chance to read this, but it finally just came back out. Blade Runner issue number, I believe it's 5 of 2039. This is the 3rd volume of the series.
Is that a guy or a girl on the cover?
That's a girl.
Wow.
It looks like she's pretty intense or stoned.
This is cover. I think this is cover B.
For bitch?
Well, definitely not for Barbie.
No.
But this is the art on the inside. So.
Wow, that's outstandingly not good. Actually, the cover's not that bad when you get a closer look at it. Wow.
The art, I gotta say, the art in the inside is not bad because when you are a Ghostbusters fan and you were reading the IW Ghostbusters from the very beginning all the way through, and they had to use very cartoonish looking stuff because they don't have the rights to the actors. So I gotta say, this is miles better compared to that. But I mean, it looks okay for me. But yeah, it's very.
Now that you're picking up a lot of older books, like the 2 you showed off yesterday,
yeah,
both published over 50 years ago. The art on both of those light years better than that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That shouldn't be the case.
No, it shouldn't be. But we've talked about this. This is what happens.
They should pay people that can actually draw like Oh yeah, it says that's.
Well, if you look at some of the older stuff, like I'm getting into the old ECs, the pre-code ECs, that's some incredible art.
Yeah, this is
some
actually
of the stuff
covered.
We're doing nowadays is
this is cover D.
Yeah, depending on who you're looking at, like you have Jim Lee, you have Byrne, who does stuff really well, but then there's other stuff that's just this really cartoonish, which is crap. So I don't know if
All
it's just a
right.
lack of talent or because the people back then were incredible.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
it doesn't pay anymore.
So the next book, number 11, is Scorched. Art by Steven Segovia. Miles better than compared to the other one I just showed you.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion.
Oh no, that's a statement of fact.
I mean, literally, this really feels like an Avengers issues. Even they're basically you got Team Spawn coming in and they're jumping down like the Avengers. They're coming out, they're dropping down. He's even parachuting. Plane. They're basically trying to stop the Earth from being basically one of the 4 horsemen, or I guess they're trying to take or destroy the world, and well, they're the last land defense. I mean, even their Hulk-like character gets attacked by the main bad guy. It kind of disables them for a little bit, but overall, this is actually becoming a really fun book. It started out rough, and it's finally getting more humor into it. So you're getting the gore, art, and humor as well. It's just so like I said, it's weird seeing Spawn actually in the book because I haven't seen Spawn since issue 5 or 6. We're now on 20. So if he finally is decided to lead the team, it's like basically like if Captain America was, or actually no, take it back. Justice League, Batman's a dick. They says you guys go do everything else. And I'll finally show up at the last couple of issues of the series. He's in the first few issues. Boss him, tell him what to do, and then he leaves. Actually, that might be the Outsiders. I'm not sure. I haven't read that. All right. So my number 10. I got the late cover. Connecting. It's Invincible Iron Man, number 8. Now, you should really, if you're going to read this, most people are like, well, it's Gary Duggan. Why would I want to read it? What you want to do is that after you've read the Hellfire Gala before this, you realize that the Sentinels, which the main bad guy is basically created using Tony's company, as I'm flying over. Yeah, somebody pointed out, it's like, wow, the 2 white guys are happy, but the black guy's like, oh shit. Can't really
Those Sentinels sort of look like they're Iron Man.
They are.
Yes.
They're because the villain Fei Long he basically bought control of Tony's company because Tony basically was ousted as the CEO because they're losing money. He basically in the previous couple, I guess, story arcs before this, Tony was doing another Armor Wars. He basically spent all his money trying to buy all the weapons of mass destruction in the world.
Now, is this the one where I think I picked up on number 1 Iron Man a while ago, where he was he teamed up with Ironheart and he had this little
for a little bit, and then
he had a little like warehouse that he was doing, and they
same one.
Okay.
Same one.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to pick those up, and
It got a lot better than that. I didn't care for the whole Riri Williams, being because whenever, and that's the thing I hate about this. They've been shitting on Iron Man since I think since Civil War actually. If it goes that far back,
because he's a
They took a small break from shitting on him after Siege, but yeah, then it's pretty much a couple years later, and from that point forward, it's pretty much been all downhill.
Yeah. So. Anyway, so the connection to this, the Hellfire Gala, is that basically these Sentinels were sent to attack Krakoa. And if you read the Hellfire Gala issue that came out this week, all the mutant are dead. No more freaking pods to come back in. They were basically it's a mass slaughter. I'm loving it.
Excuse me, those Sentinels are not dressed for a gala.
It's black tie, man.
So of course. He ends up after talking to She-Hulk, basically saying, you basically have to he technically owns all your armor. If you're illegally, nothing I can do about it. You have to give up your armor, or change your technology so it's different from his. That way you can keep it. So he was going to think about giving up his armor until he gets a distress call from Captain America, the guy who never gives a distress call. Rogue ended up showing up on the bridge too. He's like, I'm a fight, but destroyed my motorcycle pretty much. I was like, okay, that's boring. Tony ends up coming across. Well, I guess Kingpin's been in this, or I guess it looks like Kingpin. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be.
Of course he is.
With Meg. Of course he is. You hate the Kingpin now.
It just, with all due respect, it's just everything. There's a reason why they call him generic Duggan.
No.
Just by throwing a gazillion characters into a book doesn't make it better.
Well, the reason he's in here is actually for importance because it's Kingpin Light. Yeah, it's Marnie says.
But I mean, I said it. Yeah. Captain America, Emma Frost, Rogue, they're all there.
Yeah, so Emma Frost, reasons she's in this book is connected to the Hellfire guy that actually came up before this. She is now basically seeking help of the Kingpin, securing help with him when Tokyo erupts. Because for Krakoa, because they basically were just pretty much destroyed.
Now that would be cool.
Yeah.
If there were two of them and one was Kingpin Light. Yeah. When I was a boy.
Well, Kingpin Light, would that be a day 126 of being Kingpin?
Yes, and Dylan Mulvaney could. Yeah.
There's Bud and there's Bud Light. Anyway, so he ends up getting attacked. Emma Frost ends up teaming up with him. She goes all diamond mode, and she's basically Fei Long has made his move. He's going to attack humans as well as mutants. Tony ends up almost getting his ass kicked for the most part. Emma goes the whole diamond form. It's been a while since I've seen Emma Frost do anything like this. Because I haven't read the X-Men, so I don't know if she's doing it there. But outside of the comic books, you get to see he's like basically because he mentions that even though these armors are big things, they still have a little bit of stealth armor that he put into his normal armor. So they catch him off guard and they end up punching him in between. So at the last minute, like I said, he ends up teaming up with Emma Frost. She comes back to help him out. And because Fei Long wants Emma Frost, he puts Emma Frost, because she's got an inhibitor collar stuck on her neck from the Sentinels. She can't use her powers. He puts her in the armor and sends her away as a last-ditch effort. And basically says a F you to Fei Long. So that's where it concludes off of there. But this is the preview for the next armor because he still has his stealth tech armor though. He's the new one he was working on. So basically, another reason for him to use the armor.
Wait a second. Can you go back to that advertisement because that looks like the only exciting thing in the book.
Oh, I thought that the Force is light. I thought they were doing another Dylan Mulvaney thing.
No. And Tony and Emma did a little bit of flirting in this. So, out of 19 issues before this, suddenly they're like, "Hey, I noticed you. I noticed you too." It's like,
well, isn't Emma
who's going to end up together at the end of the series, don't you?
Emma Frost and Kingpin.
No, Emma and Patsy.
Emma Patsy. Patsy's not in this book.
Yeah, they'll bring her in.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Ash? All right, Jay. I see you. Okay, fine. Yeah, number 9. Saturday morning cartoons. Turtles, number 3.
We need to be Ninja Turtles.
Bringing back an old villain from one of the previous cartoon series, Slasher. Slash.
Well, I thought are there 5 of them on the cover?
Yeah. Well, there's 4 plus the villain.
Oh, so the villain's also a turtle?
Yep.
So is that him in the bottom of the cover?
Yeah, in the bottom of the cover.
Can you tell he's a villain because he doesn't have teeth, or is that how's that work?
Well, he's got the spikes on over him.
That would be.
Basically, this comic is written with the same level of quality as the 86 cartoon. So if you're expecting a serious Turtles, this isn't the book for you. This is a kid's book. I'm a kid at heart. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I love the original series. It's even got the same kind of cartoonish art as he did here. Cartoons really pop. So
Yeah,
really,
that for that kind of book, that art is fine.
Yeah.
But that's like that. The first book you showed, the Blade Runner, was about one tiny notch above that, and that's unacceptable for a book like that.
So anyway, this is all I'm going to say about this is the Turtles meet Atlantis, or I should say Turtlelantis, the sister city to Atlantis. And they have to fight against Slash.
Are the Ninja Turtles the ones that go?
That's Power
That's
Rangers.
the Power Rangers.
I'm just being a dick now.
Oh, hey, someone brought up a really good point that I had never thought of. That the Turtles are just basically a riff or a parody of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because it's, the hand and the foot and, there's the stick and the splinter. And I never realized that until...
Well, I don't know. Turtles were 86? When did they first Turtles?
Yeah, that was... Miller's Daredevil was the inspiration for that.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt put it past it. A lot of people borrow stuff from other things all the time.
It's not really, it didn't really bother me. They just, it was I said an homage that just paid off beautifully for them. What was the original story that the the thing that blinded Matt Murdock fell down into the sewer
and created them.
4 turtles. And that's how they became the Turtles.
So their goal is that because the people in Turtlelantis want Slash out of it because he won't leave them alone. They'll leave the city alone. So because they know he can only breathe for so long. So they basically tell them, flood the city. So they flood the underwater city. Like I said, I really love the coloring on this art. Like I said, it's basically it almost feels like they almost got the same artist from the cartoon series, the way they draw it. Here's a preview for the next one. We're bringing back some more characters.
Killer Croc!
Crikey! It's a croc with a hat.
So if he hunts, would he be or if he kills people, would he be a croc killer?
And what if he wore himself on his feet?
Crocodile boots.
He wore Crocs. That's not a hat.
That's a hat.
Now I want that in a movie. I want the Trauma movie, Killer Crocs. They would do that.
I want a movie where somebody goes around killing people wearing Crocs.
The Croc Killer.
Yeah.
I think that could get done.
It takes place in Florida. There's a guy wearing it. It's called Killer Crocs.
That we should talk to Svengoolie and see if he'll get that movie done.
Or how Troma would do, like Larry Kaufman.
Or you can maybe see if what's his name, The Last Drive-In will get it worked on.
All right. My number 8 is Vampirella versus Superpowers. Breen, I don't know if you're still reading this or not, but I've been enjoying it. The 1940s space world they're on. Vampirella basically is the last issue for those who didn't, I guess, read it, or as a quick follow-up. Vampirella was brought to basically who the Mr. Fix-It is, because they have a fix.
I'll answer your question like this. That woman's got a temper.
Yeah, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. Yes, so the main bad guy is called, I think is he called Facelift or False Face, whatever his name is? But anyway, you can only see his face. You can't remember his face, what he looks like. That's his ability he has. And he wants a Vampirella. He's basically interested in her because, she's a natural power. She doesn't take the fake, power up, drug, So he probably wants to bottle her. Of course, the evil villain, I guess his villain, his mistress, Crush, she does not like this girl. And she's like, I'm your own squeeze here. Vampirella goes with her to the thing. And what's nice about this is that you get actual recap of everything that's going on page here. They tell you it's in every issue. It tells you what's going on. You might get a little more information. It's basically it's like a typed up dossier. Everything you learned so far, briefings.
Is this priest still doing all this stuff?
No.
I wouldn't be by if it's priest. This is Dan Abnett. Yeah. Of course, this is what happens when Crush gets angry. She hulks out because the guys, like her supposed boyfriend, is putting the moves on Vampirella. He's like, probably take it to the bed, go to the bedroom. So he gets, yeah. And he's getting there, and she's basically using him because as soon as she bites him, she'll learn everything he has by drinking his blood, his memory. She knows that he's not the main guy. Crush sees this, gets angry. It is just fun. This whole entire book. It's this Dan Abnett, man.
Look, it's Jason Aaron's She-Hulk. I forgot to call her.
Are you kidding me? That's better looking than Jason Aaron's She-Hulk.
Right.
This has boobs.
Good point.
But
big Jason Aaron fans here.
Yeah. Of course, one of our lovely cast members in this work, I won't say what his name is, but he ends up, looks like he's gonna get Bane, but worse than Bane, more like Ares. When
I was gonna say Ares. He Sentry. He got his Ares Sentry.
Yeah. This guy, I won't say who it is in case somebody wants to read it. If you're reading it, you want to know because I spoiled a lot of it, but at least the last part.
Or did he?
Yeah. We don't know, but we do see a lot of blood and a shield flying.
Yes.
One thing though, I keep seeing there in this book, and I'm excited every time I see it. Let me get the page, and it's a 2-page spread advertisement. Just look more and more of this fun stuff.
That's some good art right there,
isn't it?
You know who the editor on that is, don't you?
That is who's the editor? Adam Hughes?
No.
One thing I've noticed about Dynamite usually has some really good art.
Who do we know? Who do we know that's an editor?
Joe Corallo?
There you go.
Wow. Nice. So.
And that is beautiful art. If the interior is any more close to that.
Like I said, I still like this. It's just short and sweet. Like if this is Vampirella is it's been a while since I've read a good Vampirella. Vampirella has been lately. It's been like, let's just make her pregnant and just rewrite her whole history when she's a child. That's Priest.
Well, to be fair, this isn't Vampirella either. This is like when you start a message at the beginning of the classroom, when you get to the last kid, none of the words are the same. I mean, this bears no resemblance to the old Warren magazines, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather. I mean, it's better than, I said, Mom Jean wearing lesbian Vampirella, and I mean, and there's just been. I mean, Vampirella's kind of become as an independent character what Batman has been for the last 40 years. Any writer with an idea wants to do a Batman story.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same with
like my version of Vampirella that I grew up and loved was Harris version. Those early 90s.
Where mine was Warren, because I got some of the magazines in the 70s.
Harris is still Vince's Vampirella, Tom Sunaski. He still had Vampirella dating Adam at the time, and it was like this, her going out, and she was the most feared protector. Like all the ghouls feared her. Like as soon as she came out, they're like, "Oh shit!" She was basically Batman, basically level.
This is kind of a fun story, and if it gets picked up off the shelf because it says Vampirella, then that's fine.
Vampirella with 40 Spy, basically.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I really like. What's her name? What's the other girl's name?
Jacqueline?
No, Dynamite, right?
Yeah. I like that character. I'm interested to see what happens with that character down the road.
Yeah,
I thought it was Victory at first, but that's the other one, Christopher Priest character.
Well, that's the other. It just said the Sacred Six Priest. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just,
it's just,
Victory.
yeah. Just
Sorry, Entourage reference.
I love the Emperor. I met at Comic Fest '93 at the Philadelphia Convention Center. It might have been I'm trying to think what the name was. Not Soto, but there was the one that was very popular.
You're talking about Julie Strain?
Not Julie Strain. There was another one that was out there that was just as popular as her. That was posing as Emperor.
Well, to me, Talia Soto just she was too tiny to be Vampirella.
Yes.
And they didn't put any effort into that movie.
Well, that's what we say when we see the cosplay models for each cover. It's like, are they just getting boys with like B cups, A cups? What the heck is going on here? Like they're not even. Hello to Joe hanging out in the chat tonight. I see.
Well, right. When we used to go to conventions in the 80s, a lot of times people having the conventions would go to the local gentleman's club and hire the dancers to come cosplay as like Vampirella and other characters to keep the sweat hogs panting. And
Jimmy Barbarino was there?
The one I'm thinking of, Sasha Knopf, I think her name was. She was the other big one.
Yeah.
That was yeah. All right. So my number 7 is Continued, Volume 2 of Neo Gothic. This is after kids are going missing. They're going into the underground version of Gotham City. We've known about this since the earlier issues that Gotham City was basically the new Gotham was built on top of old Gotham. In a sense.
Gotham City.
Oh. Yes, Gotham. Yeah.
So you said there's some kids are missing.
Kids start going missing. There's these plants on the bottom. You see the kids get grabbed by these like tentacle vines, luring that might be poison ivy.
Or maybe you should call Erica Slaughter and see if she can help. Sorry. Bad. Never mind. I'm sorry.
We have Zach for those kind of jokes. Leave them to him.
Okay. All right.
These are official ratings. Yeah.
Still learning my place, man.
It's okay.
Just don't make references that Venkman doesn't get.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
Now, the one thing they may roll is that because we've known, if you also watch the cartoon series, there was these things called splicers. We basically, these kids or people would basically take whether it's animal genes or reptile genes and splice their DNA with them, so you get kind of like mutants looking. And one of them is called Kyle the Cat Boy. I'm not shitting at that. I just rolled my eyes at that, and I guess he has something to do with Selena Kyle or something like that, or he's one of the last remaining cat boys that basically idolized her, Catwoman.
Nope.
I know, right?
Nope.
I know. Anyway, he meets Terry down below. Terry's looking for the missing kids, and he runs into something that's pretty much you'd see in the movie 1980. It came out in 1980.
JoJo the Dog Boy?
No. In 1980, there's something large and green that was in the sewers.
The stuff that I threw up last night?
We were just making jokes about it earlier.
Lizzo?
No, but close. Lizzo it'll be less scary. Well, Terry's little brother is still Robin and Batman Beyond. In this version, he sent after Bruce was killed in the beginning of the last series, he sent Terry and his family all away. He's no longer with dating Donna. I think his name was Dana. And I guess some people don't really remember that he broke up with Dana in the Jurgens run, or actually she dumped him. She didn't like handle the fact that he was Batman. Now, there's really no connection to this in the Jurgens run other than that. But we learned it's been a year, though, since they broke up. And his mom's been egging him to come see her and how she lights up whenever she mentions his name. Anyway, no, at the end, it's green, it's scaly, and it's huge, and it eats people.
Dino Croc?
Pretty much. And now we still don't know why there's vines in here, so I'm hoping it's Poison Ivy too, and I hope it's Killer Poison Ivy, not this. Oh my gosh, lesbian with old Harley. Oh, I don't want that shit. Or it could be worse. It could be worse for Ash. It could be Legacy Poison Ivy, which I'm kind of excited for that too. All right, fun book though. Especially getting to see Terry using more Batman like Bruce tactics, since he had to destroy all the technology he had in his suit in the first one because he was going against an AI. Before all this AI nonsense, yes, Terry battled an AI program. All right, my number. Well, I guess this is my number 6. Yeah.
Again?
What? Again?
It's the second month in a row.
Why?
You know your rating system in hard and fast. Why wasn't that number 7? What the hell is wrong with you?
Because I like 006 better.
Yo, you're a turd.
You don't like Sean Bean as 006?
You did this last month. You did it again this month.
Sorry, I thought it sounded like there might have been an accident at my parking lot. I had to go out and check it out.
Sounds like you're getting faxes too.
No, there's people probably telling us that, hey, tell that idiot on the screen that Bond should have been his number 7 book of the week.
So,
where are the ratings? He's late.
Where are the ratings? They're in the chat.
You know, this Geek Easy fella's the only one not letting me down right now. I'm just going to point that out.
Yeah. Anyway,
I haven't started yet, so
yeah,
give me a chance, man.
Give me a chance to really disappoint you. Let me start first. I flipped between this and this originally was my number 5. It wasn't even 7. It was number 5 for a while.
Shouldn't 007 be 7?
Yeah, but as far as quality,
that's what I said this month. I might as well just be, talking to a brick wall because it's about the same thing.
We can't even see you. You might be a brick wall. Or you're an AI. Then again, we've never seen Ash's.
No, if I were an AI, I'd have tiny hands.
Tiny hands.
And they'd be
your fingers are all messed up.
opposite directions.
Basically, he ends up going to Felix for help. Still in steering with Myriad, controlling all of the world's government security details. And he's on the run. And Felix says, he says, James, you can't trust Gan. She's not who she says to be. She doesn't want to destroy Myriad. She wants to control it for herself. She's gone now. And he's basically being hunted down by 009 towards the end. And James gets lucky again. Almost every issue, he's having sex. I mean, they got that part right.
Well, that's Bond for you.
And it's with the girl, too.
Well, that just ruins it, man. Can't have a new modern enlightened Bond by having sex with a girl.
Well, don't worry. Danny Laurel will probably write the next series and all.
He smokes, he drinks, and he has sex and shoots guns and drives cars.
The misogyny.
He does more than
all he has to do is be like the old Bond and slap a chick around, and it'll be perfect.
He does more than
round.
At the other the last thing he goes, he said he was gonna sleep with her, and then the last minute he's like, you know what? Morning hasn't come yet. Let's go. So he sleeps with the
morning hasn't come yet. Neither have I.
Yeah, pretty much. That was number 6. The book that basically up to its place after I read it is Berserker. One shot. Poetry of Madness.
That looks like the armor from the Coppola Dracula movie.
Vlad, yeah. Ironically, and I just want to point out, this book also deals with Atlantis. With his time being there. And if you thought that this might be a little dumb, it's much gore as the last one. So, I'm not gonna go full detail into this. This was a $9 book.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was wondering if it was going to basically be a continuation of the last one. It's not. It's more like a flashback. That's what it looks so far. And Cthulhu's in here. That's all I'm gonna say. You see him behind him. That's Cthulhu. So Keanu Reeves in Atlantis, battling Cthulhu.
What you need with someone from Atlantis is Patrick Duffy.
I'm okay. That man can never go back to Atlantis. For all I
The man from Atlantis? Anybody?
I don't want him going back to Atlantis. All right. this in.
Sorry, that's my text messages. Guess I should be turning the sound down on that damn thing.
It just sounds like the headlines, the newsroom. This just in.
This just in. I didn't know the turkeys couldn't fly.
As God is my witness, I thought they could fly.
The horror. They're just dropping from the sky. All right. My number 4 is Hickman's Ultimate Invasion. Number 2.
That came out?
Yep.
Mother freaker.
What was that? I'm sorry, I was watching the windshield wipers. If you were on Twitter today, you know what I'm talking about.
But for number 2, and this is like I said, this is still a $6 book. So if you don't want to pay $6, I recommend that
Steal
it.
Oh.
You quickly read it in the comic book store.
Hey,
in the back.
Hey, Doc Ock did that Hobgoblin said that in Spider-Man 249. It's great. Steal it. Or was it 250? I can't remember.
So, don't really want to talk about. I want to say I'm impressed with this. The more I read, for more.
Why did you turn Canadian just now?
That I'm glad I'm not the only one who missed. I'm the only one who heard.
Yes,
not the only one who heard that.
Talk about it.
I thought I had misheard.
Because my voice. The thoughts going in my head are slower than my voice is coming out. Okay, I am trying, or actually the opposite. I'm trying to decide if I want to show this off or not and spoil, because there might be people actually be interested in Hickman compared to some of the other books that are kind of mid. So that
is a well thought out, detailed explanation that had absolutely nothing to do with what.
I also why I'm Canadian, because I'm up in the north.
I was going to say because I'm close.
You're a Southern boy, by the way. And anyway, all you had to do is blame the oral surgery from last week. I mean, come on.
It's actually brain surgery. I am not Canadian.
Or you could have just told me to F off. That's what I would have gone with.
Yeah, fuck off, old man.
Hey, what's up with that, eh?
Hey, boyo.
He's not totally Canadian unless he's wearing a denim.
So I won't show off too much. Like I said, I want people to actually read this. But
who's the artist on that?
This is Brian Hitch.
He's just been a busy little beaver lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, Brian Hitch again.
We will see him again, will we not?
We will tonight.
That's what I thought.
Howard Stark's in this. We got Hulk. We used to saw multiple Thors. The Maker. Obadiah Stane with his own armor. And it's just a lot of chaos. More, like I said, that the Maker's continuing his plan, trying to form his own world. And he needs Howard Stark's help. So
Howard Stern?
No, not Howard Stern.
That's what my mind.
Is Robin with him?
No, but he needs Roger Stern's help, though. But if you're a fan, like I said, if you're a fan of the Ultimates, a fan of this Ultimate Universe, you like Jonathan Hickman stories where he doesn't abandon it, this is a story for you.
So it'd be cool if you pick up Ultimate Invasion next month and it's co-written by Vita and Danny. It'll be just like the X-Men.
Then it really would be Invasion.
Yes, it would.
We call that Ultimatum.
And we'd be like I said, what the fuck is this?
Speaking of stuff, number 4 of 12, The Expanse Dragon Tooth is my number 3. Written by Mr. Andy Diggle.
So number 4 of 12 is 3.
Yep. Yes. And actually, if you think about it, it's actually gone up. For a while, these were actually at the bottom of the pile. They weren't nor that now. So this is actually getting better. Once again, if you haven't watched the show, this is heavy spoilers. But the dialogue, Andy captures exactly the dialogue as the characters there on the show. I do recommend you go check it out. From the art here, the Rocinati. So very, very awesome show. Space. Since Star Trek, it's probably my favorite space show. I'm not talking about original Star Trek.
Yeah, there are more.
Yeah, there's DS9, which is basically a copy of the best Star Trek or the best science fiction program ever, B5.
I mean, I used to watch the Voyager because for Jerry Ryan, but that was about it. And as soon as she was off the screen, I turned the channel.
What is that? Is that B5? Is that where everybody just won't stop talking?
Babylon 5?
Yes. See what I did there?
Well, Babylon 5 has a movie out.
It's going to be an animated one that's coming out soon, I think.
Yeah. By, actually, I think it's written and by the actual guy.
Yep.
Straczynski is writing it.
JMF.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 is Nightclub. Number 6.
Dun, dun, dun.
Double size issue. This was fun. This is cover A.
And they still didn't increase the price for a double-sized issue.
Well, they did. It's $3.99. It originally was, I think, $1.99.
Yeah, the first 5 were $1.99.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I must.
But yeah, if that's anybody else is doing a double issue, it's $8. So.
But
yeah,
this is an oversized issue for the price of a normal book these days.
Yeah. I'm
cheap if it's DC.
Yeah.
Keep it twice the price.
You're getting great story in here, art. It is just awesome. If you've been following along, that basically the kids were confronted by this gang of vampires and said, "You have to kill your parents, or we're going to kill you and your parents." And then that way you'll join our gang. And they said, "Well, screw that. We're going to take the fight to them." And they go to the police office, police station, and grab some C4. And they're going to basically, their idea is going to blow up the house. But things go south fast. But there is a happy ending. Even a little bit of kissing.
Yeah, there was some happy. Oh, kissing, yes. But not
wait a second. You
wrong happy ending.
Happy ending.
Well, because by some more spoilers, by two people kissing, it causes the other one to become a villain. At least
you start kissing, and then they'll get the happy ending later.
Let's just say Fat Boy is going to be growing up to be the vampire Kingpin.
When I was a boy.
Or is it Kingpin Light?
When I was a boy.
I guess you could say he's Kingpin Light. But look at the detail on that. And I'll just say that. Look at that detail.
That sort of looks like a Lucha Libre Phantom.
Well, they're wearing that. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I know, but the Phantom from the old comics, the eyes there, that sort of makes it look like a Lucha Libre Phantom.
The Lucha who walks.
Well, he's got Spider-Man eyes. If you notice that, he's got the Spider-Man lenses. So, since
sometimes an audience of one is all I need.
We got it.
This means you're not the only person that's old.
No. There's 2 of us now, and Joe already took an old guy shot a little bit ago in the comments. So,
the combined age 132. All right, so my number 1. Brian Hitch did the art on this. It is just a fantastic book. You're like, well, I've already read this story before. Maybe at the beginning, it kind of emulates the story, but then it goes its whole different direction. I am concerned, though, because this kind of feels like it's going to the Jeff Johns version of Superman, not the one I like.
Oh, no, it's absolutely. Right. Don't forget, the person who basically made that happen was Mark Waid.
Yes.
It was Mark Waid, Jeff Johns, and Richard Donner.
So, yes.
Well, this absolutely is sniveling Clark Kent version.
Yes.
But yeah, that's fine for this story. I mean, it's
yeah, it didn't bother me as much.
No, because it's Elseworlds, it's whatever you want to call it. And Kevin Nolan inked it.
Yes, I know. And
Kevin Nolan is in the brother of Chris.
No, Kevin Nolan was an artist for DC in the mid '80s. He did one of the Outsiders annuals.
Outsiders annual and the Secret Origin of Man-Bat.
And it might have taken him the entire year to draw it. So, phenomenal artist. He just a handful of covers, but he just wasn't fast enough to do monthlies.
It says he began his comics at Marvel, penciling a fill-in issue of Doctor Strange in 1983. Then he went to Outsiders Annual, Secret Origin of the Secret Origin of the Man-Bat. In the early 90s, he crafted designs for Batman animated series. In the collaboration with legendary comics writer Alan Moore and Adventures of Jack B. Quick Boy, inventor.
For America's Best Comics.
Yep. Tomorrow.
That was the Alan Moore imprint.
Tomorrow Stories. Got an Eisner Award in 2000, and then he also played covers for Metamorpho, Year 1, and design work for DC Direct Lines Minibus, featuring characters from the Dreaming. He lives in Central Kansas
with an Asian dog.
Kids. Yeah, an Asian dog. Are you reading it?
I did. I read that.
Okay. I'm like, is that from memory or just reading along?
No, I read it yesterday.
Send the old August. I can't remember that stuff.
See, so, I'm not going to be. I mean, I'm not going to do one for myself. So when you're done with that, I'll give my comments on that.
So I'll just say this: it's Lex Luthor is dying. It's Crypt. He was fooling around with a new chunk of a kryptonite that from Meteor, but this time something happened, overloaded, and he's got some origin that's basically rapidly aging his cells. And Superman's going out his way. He knew Superman would basically do this. He's like, yeah, I knew you. See, I knew you'd save me. You're the moral complexity, and I hate you for that, But part I didn't like about this is the whole fact is they go back and they show like Clark and Lex in Smallville together, and Lex owed his hair, and Lex was like his kind of his friend, or so friend. And I don't care for that.
This sort of reminded me of the Secret Origins story. In fact, I thought that this was written by the same person, but it was Jeff Johns who did that one. So it seems like there's a connection between the.
Oh, it is. I said that's they got together to undo all of John Byrne's version because they liked the Silver Age Superman. Now, what I was going to say about that was. Hearing Lex go, McDonald, and hearing Clark go, E-I-E-I-O, it made me long for Lois calling in Smallville. Get the fuck out of here with that, Mark Waid.
And I love this. So when I read this dialogue, it's really Clancy Brown heavy as far as animated series. The way he says is like, relax. I know how scary the color green is to you, but as you can tell, there's no lingering radiation, no residual K particles whatsoever. No danger to you, only me. And like he just basically, and just rest assured, I left, no technical medical stone unturned, searching for a way to diagnose my reversible condition. Yet as difficult, humbling as this, the greatest intellect in human history came up with nothing. At the rate I'm deteriorating, I estimate I have only a few days to live. Who
does the exposition on this? The people who wrote Star Trek Voyager?
So I love it. He says Superman's like, I'm sorry to hear, and Lex is like, see right there, that's the signature Superman compassion. The whole world is going to be dancing in the streets at this news, but not you, and that's what I was banking on.
Can I say something else about this book?
Go ahead.
If they hadn't shown a ship full of corpses that Lex was responsible for, you may have had an inkling of empathy for him.
I know.
Dying. But no, he didn't do that. Like I said, you couple that with Lex's pet name and Clark's pet response, even though they're not actually friends. Like
no, but
Yeah, beautiful
Clark would-
art. I did not like this story.
I think Superman would still save him regardless.
Well, I'm not saying
Just
that.
for
That's
reason.
not the only part of the story that did make sense, but it's
there's one part I hated about this, and Rhaegar, not Rhaegar, but it was actually Jay pointed this out. Why does he have Titanic in there in his fortress?
No, I thought that might be the ship from, speaking of the Burn.
Yeah, Burn.
The yacht from Man of Steel.
Man of Steel 4.
Yeah, something like that. That might be it. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know if Mark Waid would have even had, or if Brian Hitch would have even done that as an Easter egg, because Waid despises that run.
Really?
Oh yeah,
well, Wade's an idiot.
He undid it.
So of course we're brought back to candor and all this BS back again in this book, but overall I love the art, and this was actually a story I could get behind. You know, I'm very critical on the new Superman stories, so.
I think Action and Superman are very good right now, and his Superman and World's Finest is fine.
Yeah,
it's something.
But I mean, as far as like Superman before this, even the Jeff Johns going into the Mark Waid stuff before, and especially the Bendis.
I mean, I'll keep getting this because it's beautiful, and it's not that. I shouldn't have said I didn't like the story. I didn't like elements of the story. The EIEIO, that's too cutesy.
Again, yeah, I agree. The reason why Lex, I guess, loses a hair is because Clark's fault. He blamed himself because he.
If that's the thing they're still going with,
I hope that's not. Dear God, but I did like the Phantom Zone in here.
That was a good part of the story.
And they all pretty much like.
I didn't know the Phantom Zone could pull their energy to have somebody expelled.
So why it wasn't Zod?
Yeah, why didn't they just all escape that way?
Yeah, again, this isn't a very good story by a very good writer.
No,
it's got to get better.
I'm thinking it will. I think it's a rough start once it starts to get the meat potatoes.
How many issues is this supposed to go?
Not sure.
It's a mini series, like all the Black Label books are. So maybe
I'm probably thinking
three or four.
Three probably, because Void Song was another book of this. It also went for 3 issues.
Yeah, I think the Suicide Squad, the Blaze one, I think that went for 3. Rogues, the Joshua Williamson Rogue story, I think went for 5. Yeah. So it could be.
God, I hope.
And I think the Harley one went for more than 3. I think.
Yeah. So. All right, and then I have 2 other books that I got. Some of you have already seen it on Twitter, but for those of you who haven't,
nice
ratings.
What's that ugly green costume? Wait, what's that?
So this is the good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
This is Ramita on Captain America.
Senior or junior?
Senior. I wouldn't pick up junior.
I would.
God,
I like Junior.
You bathe.
Junior stuff is all. I don't like Junior stuff.
Zach, you bathe in applesauce.
So I was amazed. I got this for whatever 20% of $17 is. Figure that out. That's how much I paid. Not that much.
20% off 17. That's got to be around $4 and change.
Yeah.
No, it would be 20%. $20 would be $4 at 20, so it'd be about 3 something.
Now I was really, really shocked for how low grade that. I mean, it's not really a low grade book, but the price on this book, I couldn't believe how cheap I got it for. But number 9 of Vince Fireman.
As the kids say, I'm jelly. I love that book. Okay.
That's
what. I'm gonna without looking, Maranya. What issue is this reprinted in?
Ooh, a Maranya test.
Yep. So,
well, you guys can answer too without cheating if you like. Take a guess.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
It was reprinted in.
It's another Iron Man, and it's the same cover and everything.
I want to see it in the 30s, right?
No.
Higher up?
Yeah.
How far? Like 200s?
No. It's in the first 100 because it was. I don't even know if Marania's. Yeah, 76 issue 76 because that was back. One of the reasons why Jim Shooter was hired was with all the rotating hippie editors in chief, missing deadlines was so commonplace they even had a nickname for it. They call it the dreaded deadline doom. And whenever they did that, they'd either run an inventory story or a reprint. Hell, there was like 3 Fantastic Four reprints within like a 2-year period. And Iron Man had a couple reprints also, and that was one of them.
Yeah, it's got some spine ticks, but other than that, there's like, I guess it's like I said. I told the guy, even if it like the cover's detached, I'll buy it.
What did you? If you don't mind saying, how much do you spend for that?
Well, he had it for $1,400.
Oh, goodness,
$14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Binkman's ready to drop $1,400 on a comic book.
Well, I just remember what we were talking about before we came on, so I was just like,
that's nice. Bankman, I love seeing you get this stuff. I really do. I've given up on the ratings. He's like that commercial for that new energy drink.
Which one?
I don't know. That's probably the commercial's so clever. But I mean, it's Damian Lillard is the guy that talks, and it's about the difference between dominating and disappearing. It's all these kids like disappearing in sports moments.
Okay.
And the kid says, "Yeah, I let down Shannon Sharp," and then they show Shannon Sharp. He's crooning. He goes,
"When I read through this. This is just fun. This is I think this is Sal Buscema, not John, on the art on this. I think it's Sal, but I know it is it's Archie Goodwin doing the writing on this, which is even more fun because I forgot that Archie Goodwin did the writing on the early issues. We get a robot Hulk versus Iron Man, so that's not the real Hulk, but still it's fun. At the end, though, the Mandarin puts two together, realizes that Tony Stark is Iron Man. And this leads into issue 10, which I really want to buy and get, where he basically tries to frame Tony for being a spy, a communist spy, doing deals with China and Russia.
Yeah, that is one of my all-time favorite covers.
It's just
really
awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at it.
It's cool. Yeah, no, it's cool.
Zach.
And it's Sal Buscema cover, right? It's not. I don't think it's anybody else.
I'm not sure, honestly. It looks more like John in the Hulk's biceps, but
yeah.
But no, then Hulk 131 is an Iron Man Hulk cover also.
If you look all the way down there, it's Nick Fury. It's also in this issue.
Wow, that is tiny. That is a tiny Nick Fury.
I never noticed that there's also people in the window.
Hey, good. My replacement's here.
Hey, it's I Love Comics.
What?
Zach, can you send him a link?
Hold on.
My secretary, Zach, will be with you in a minute. Sorry, my personal assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. I haven't had to send the link in a minute. Give me a second.
All right. You can just go through Twitter or
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, probably the easiest.
Oh no, it's called X now. I got the update today. It changed it from the Bluebird to the X.
It actually changed it 2 days ago.
Well, I just got the update today, so I guess I'm behind.
I'm assuming you just don't look at Twitter.
You know better than that.
Wow,
all right, I love comics. I just sent you the link.
That's like me. If I don't look at I don't have a clock in my room, so if I'm on my PC or look at my phone, I have no idea what time it is. I'm like, how did we skip 2 days? All right. Speakeasy. Do you want? Or I'm sorry. Can we go to Speakeasy? Geekeasy. You want to go?
Well, that's what I took it off of. I just,
I'm going to take this opportunity to head out.
All right.
To do a little bit more work. I just wanted to say hi to Zach and Geek Easy. Good to see you again. And
good to see you.
Say hi to.
Good to see your little your Fred Flintstone.
Look at that grin. Look at that. I told you. He looks just like his avatar. He's even got the 5 o'clock shave.
Well, it's like I said when we started up, someone actually told me that I actually did look like Fred Flintstone, and if it wasn't a teacher, I would have kicked his ass.
Yeah. It's I got going through a couple boxes of comics, finding some really interesting stuff, and there's some. One of the guys comes to the store. He's reading through one of those boxes. Hey, look, it's Spider-Man 5 of like 1963 Spider-Man. The cover split and detached, and it's still worth $5,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
hello to Angleton.
What up?
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for coming in and taking my place.
I can never do that, especially for this. Are you guys talking new books? Because,
yeah, new books, schmoo books. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of the stream, and I will be listening in. See ya
later.
We're just showing out books that we picked up today or this week.
I literally have none of that. I mean, I'm taking a break from the warehouse this week, so.
Oh, so you're skipping the auction? There's no auction this Saturday?
No, there's gonna be. I'll figure something out. I got some new books. I got before I won in an auction before the last week's auction tanked, so that took up all the extra money. So now I don't have any to go to the warehouse. So
he's like, hey kids, you want comics and CDs?
I'm gonna start doing that. I've got a shit ton right now. I could sell you the entire Marvel universe from start to, and I'm talking about timely all the way up until about 2013 or 14 when I stopped giving a shit.
The last time I started a conversation with "Hey kids," they made me sell my van. So
you got a van?
Yeah, no windows and everything.
By the river.
Yes.
Down by the river.
I've been saying that for decades now. Hey kids, I call everybody kids. It's all right.
Yeah, but you also live in Florida.
Yeah, I do.
Part of the culture over there.
We're very laid back until you fuck around with us, and then
there you go. You see an alligator. Hey kids,
do you guys follow the fuck around and you'll see scale down in Florida?
Say who?
Do you in Florida? Do you practice the fuck around and you'll see scale?
That's been around for my entire life. Yes.
Yeah, but that's sort of a Florida thing.
Yeah,
originally, right?
Yeah, we get people who test each other's limits from time to time. I'm hardly a part of it. I'm not exactly a tough guy, so I'm very happy about that.
Like I said, I'm just watching the videos where the old guy he's going to kill a gator, and the gator bites his hand. Those are my favorites.
That I like the old man who whacked the gator upside the head with a frying pan. My dad, when we were younger, lifted my cousin up by the shirt sleeve as the gator was jumping at her. He just goes zip at the same time a gator decided she should do lunch.
Jeez.
He saw my pops is really good in the woods, or he was when he was younger, and he could see our younger eyes could never do. He saw a family of black bear in trees, and he's like, okay, we're just gonna walk slowly. I don't want any of you guys to run. Don't panic, and we don't know what he's talking about. He's just because he saw the bear cubs and he knew that mama bear is going to be somewhere around. So that was something.
Black bears, pythons, or gators?
Say again?
So you guys got black bears, gators, and pythons?
No, pythons are mostly in the swamps. A lot of people would buy them, of course, and raise them. And once they got to a certain size, they're too cumbersome to keep in the house. So they would take them down to the swamps and release them.
So it's great when you go. You can't sit down and take go use the bathroom anymore because you're not sure if the snake's gonna crawl up the pipe.
Well, no, you're more likely to run into a black bear or a gator just randomly. than you are. And if you go, bears of color, and you are, if you go up north, of course, deer and all that kind of stuff.
I saw a gator on the side of the highway the other day, actually.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
There's, look up, oh goodness, now I can't even think of it. Alligator Alley.
So, yeah, I'm waiting for Zach's new channel where he's hey, all these animals in my yard. Billy is so down so I can pet them. I'm thinking like he's gonna do it with the gator too.
Well, yeah.
God, no.
He lives in New Orleans. He should know something about the bayou at least, right?
Oh yeah, that's where I work. All my work is down in the bayou area. So yeah.
Okay.
We don't have gators where I live though. Yeah. What's that?
You should see what we have to put up with up here.
Maybe. I don't know.
We've got moose. Stories. We've got all 3 different types of bears: black, brown, and grizzly. Yeah.
We mostly have black bears, thank goodness. I don't want to run into a brown bear. They're the violent ones.
Yeah, those are the violent ones, the brown bears.
But
and the
moose can accidentally sign your death warrant for you.
I always tell people, moose versus car automatically loses.
Yeah.
Car, truck, whatever. Truck loses.
And they can do it by accident.
Yep.
Moose just sort of looks to you and goes stupid, and then just keeps going.
They will send you off to meet your maker just by sneezing.
I mean, they usually try to avoid humans, but if you feel cornered, any animal, it's going to attack you. I imagine.
Yeah, moose are just. It depends on the mood, especially if they have kids. But generally, moose, if you don't mess with them, they'll just kind of keep going. Then there's stupid people that go up and try something, and you're like, yeah, I don't think you'd want to get close to that thing.
But when it comes right down to it, it isn't the moose that's going to get you. It's that sneaky flying squirrel.
Yes. Yes. And if he doesn't do it, it's those 2 Russian people that are hanging out behind him.
They think they're going after the moose. They throw a bomb. It always ends up hitting the
guys. It's supposed to be a secret. Squirrel.
Undead Quinn says, I am the loser with no new comics. Dude, I have got all the new comics. Thank you very much. Yo ho, yo ho. I was actually going to start reading all those Night Terror books and seeing how many I could get through. I'm pretty sure they will. Seeing how many I could get through by the end of the weekend.
You sat down, and this guy, I'm pretty sure you sat down and read all the Future State books for the most part.
Yeah, wasn't that you?
I did,
yeah.
I did a review on most of them anyway.
So you'll have fun with the Night Terrors.
I'm pretty sure. I am trying to read through 3 normal ones right now: a Marvel, a DC, and an independent. I've got a book called Hawk World. Hawk Girl #1 is the DC. The Marvel is a book called Captain Marvel Dark Tempest. And then the independent is some sort of book. I guess it's a We Like Comics kind of book called Con and On. They're all #1s. I figure what the hell, I'll give it a check out. So, yeah. And I know we all love Captain Marvel. That's why I wanted to check that one.
She's the most powerful and she's the best.
Not anymore. That little girl from the Skrulls is the most powerful in the MCU.
Tell that to Brie Larson.
No, I think Brie Larson is kind of regretting everything that happened now. You see that one interview where she's like, they say, how many times you can play Captain Marvel? She says, I don't know. They don't want me to. She was all pissy and mad about it.
That's because that's all on her. But,
like I said, if I were her, I would just, smile and that's it. And just get paid and then go spend it all on hookers and cocaine.
The way she could come back from that and says, well, I put my foot into it a couple of times on the press junket for the first movie. Let me just say, I have no animus towards. I hope you guys don't. I'm going to try my best to make this movie entertaining. Let's see. Let's go by what's on the screen this time around. That kind of soften it. She's got a very harsh personality. Great actress, I think. Wrong for Captain Marvel based on the script, but,
Yes.
All right. We're here for books.
We are here for books. That's true.
So, am I next?
Yep.
Okay.
I just have you full screen for no reason.
Hey, with this face, you might either want to give people Night Terrors or I'm next, one of the two. So, I picked this up from last week. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, just because I realized that I hadn't got it and I've been busy. So I can't speak on that because I haven't finished it yet. And I haven't finished this one yet either. What I've read so far, I've liked.
Is that the
I'm
new
so
Hellfire?
far out of it with what's going on. I didn't realize that. I guess the Juggernaut is a good guy now.
Say what?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, you're talking about the X-Men. Is that the one from this week?
Yeah,
No, I
this
think
came out-
that-
I read through
this
that.
come out this week?
I read through the one that came out this week, on the Yo Ho Ho, and that's by the best X-Men story I've ever read. I actually might go pick it up just because I love how much what happens in
The
it.
best X-Men story you've ever read?
Well, in the
Are you
past
being
20 years.
facetious? Oh, okay. I was about to say Ash is about to come in here and start yelling Claremont's name and like make you eat it or something.
I'm just saying, karma finally happens to the X-Men, and I'm loving it.
Karma, the New Mutant,
No,
the one with the leg.
Karma is you fuck
Karma
around,
is
you
a
find
new
out.
I
Wasn't
know
she the
what I
one with
know.
that she could control people powers? Now she's the one with the legs.
She has like a prosthetic leg. I think she's the Korean girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
No,
sure.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
She was
Vietnamese. That's it. Vietnamese. Yeah.
Wow,
I think
that
that's the one
sounds
that
like
we're
it
thinking
sucks.
All right.
So then someone mentioned this last week, so I picked it up, and this isn't bad. I guess they're trying to lead up to what they show in Days of Future Past. So this is like a prequel. So they're showing, what happened and to.
Is that Guggenheim?
Huh?
Is it the Mark Guggenheim? They're all throwbacks. Yeah. They're all stories that take place during that time,
Yeah, just it starts with
with Colossus
going back, showing what happened and like how people all die and stuff.
They're very depressing book, but it's actually pretty well done.
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
And it's not Andy depressing me.
Poor Andy.
Okay.
Cindy.
Then this is all pretty much this week's. Night Terror's Detective. Sort of like a heavy metal version of that guy from the Pixar movie.
Mike Wazowski, because the one eye.
That's a green thing. Okay.
Mike Wazowski.
And I don't know. I mean, just we all know what Batman's Night Terror is. Just losing control of shit. Then those were. I'm gonna stop getting these things, just because. I'll just wait until I get the omnibus and get the whole thing, sort of like what they did with the Blackest Night. Just buy one thing to get it. So then I've got this, which is okay. This is gonna be the last one of these things that I get, just because it's not.
Yeah. Number 3 of the
I'm now so enthused to continue reading all of these books. You're just,
he's like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
That's why I said have fun.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't exactly read new books all year. I feel at least I should do something, because I've gotten so many people wanting the Spirit Awards and the Gabby's back. And yeah, even if we have to make it like we're the ones that are deciding what the nominees are, I figure I just better actually know what I'm talking about.
I would say have people vote who actually are reading the books, the new books.
Nobody's reading them though.
It's Zach.
Wait, what? I'm not reading a lot of them. I cut down. Remember, I had budgetary cuts.
But as far as the Gabby's Awards hard for me, because I just read the ones I like.
That's true.
Books, if it's bad,
that's it with me. As I'll pick up stuff, and sometimes I get something and it's really good, and then like stuff like this, I'll pick up one and then say, "Oh, it sucks. Let me see if this gets any better," and I get stuck on picking the crap up. I've got to start cutting back on stuff.
I just have better discernment. I see night terrors, I see an event, and I see how it's just kind of derailing everything. I'm just thinking like, I went through future state. I'm not ready to make that commitment again. I'm still. It's been through what, 3 years?
3 years since Future State. Yeah.
I have no interest in actually buying the Night Terror books.
But if you're reading these on the Yoho sites, the best part, if you get a crappy book, is reading the comment section and how they just tear it a new asshole. There's some who just love it. It's crazy. Like I said, you could do a video series on this on the comment section of these comic books. The most famous books selling out these days, and then you see the comment section.
You know what
they're just haters. They just don't appreciate the new stuff, man.
A few weeks, not a few weeks, but a couple of years ago, it was to a point where I did get a comment that said, if I ever knew that you were that you pirated comics, I would drop this channel like a hot potato, something like that, really quick. And now this thing is turned all the way around. People are like, yeah, I understand. I get it. Nobody wants to. You're going to do a review. Nobody wants to actually pay for this crap. It's weird the way the dynamic has changed.
Like I said, I buy all these books here, but I read them online. I love the format. I can just scroll, and it's a bigger screen. I have 27-inch monitor. It's bigger than this book. The font's bigger.
Thanks to the warehouse sale, when the auction is doing well, whatever I make, I spend half of it back at the that's between $100 and $200 a week that I've been spending
Can
at
you
the warehouse.
Can you give me number 10? I have 9. I need number 10 of this.
All righty. I'll get on to it.
A complete story then.
This week I was really hoping to make bank because there's $300 worth of damn near golden age Marvel and DC stories, including pre-Batman Brave and the Bold starring Cave Carson, Enemy Ace book, lot of early Silver Age Superman, Superboys. The fact that I'm not going is making me cry.
Superboys.
They're making me cry that I'm not going to go.
Well, I know that Pixel is going this weekend.
Oh, he's going to the Tampa Bay convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little different. I might go to the September convention we have down here.
All right, so
I could show off some books. It won't be needless, but
you're done?
No.
Okay, let's keep going.
I just was enjoying the conversation. Okay, the number 7 was Lamentation number 2. Pretty good book. It's by Ani. It's a good book. You know, the art is a little hinky, a little at times, but it's still pretty good. Number 6 for this week. Hulk number 2. Incredible Hulk number 2.
All right.
I have every issue of the Al Ewing Immortal Hulk run. I picked up like the first 2 issues of the one that was in between these two. Hated it. But this is good. These ones are good now. It's going to become more of a horror one again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's I recommend picking this up. It's really good. So that was 6. And then I think 4 is Nightwalkers.
I didn't get a chance. My shop didn't have that one.
Yeah. Do we all know what that's about? Do I need to?
It's vampires.
Huh?
Vampires.
It's about this group of people who stuck in rehab and they get let out, and all of a sudden they're all taken over by vampires.
Very gruesome to what happens to one of the girls in there in the last issue.
Yes.
And there's some strange cult going on too. And meanwhile, it's just like it's Cullen Bunn. I'm getting like 30 Days a Night kind of vibes from this.
Yeah, a little bit. And don't get me started on 30 Days a Night. That guy did no research about stuff up here.
Holy
Great
crap.
story, but he didn't know anything about Alaska.
Lex Luthor has joined us.
My eyes! Oh my gosh. I actually said
number...
this. Oh, go on ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Number 3 for this week would be Tenement number 2.
Jeff Lemire book.
Yes, it's about there's 7 people in this place, and a guy dies, so a man dies, and there's a key, and there's some weird stuff going on, and the key goes to this alternate dimension thing. It's just this weird stuff that Lemire always does, but it looks like it's pretty cool. And I just noticed a picture on the back. Does that sort of remind you of something on the back, the top of that?
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that when I went to Zach's house.
Huh?
Saw that when I went to Zach's house.
Really? Yeah. I built that on there just on purpose. And then number 2 for this week. Nightclub, Mark Millar. Great book.
Nice.
And the first book, or the top book this week, it was a blind buy, and I liked it because I bought it because of the cover. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. This one worked out. Oh wait, there's 2 more. So this is number 2. Per Evil. Image Comics. It's a really good book. It's about these two, a mother and daughter. They're in an apartment, and they've got this weird kind of stuff going on, and the landlord is trying to kick them out because there's all this weird stuff going on, and they have music going on, and her daughter, which is her right there, and the landlord's son sort of liking each other, take off, but they keep saying the mother and daughter have to leave in 7 hours or else there's a problem. So it's really kind of weird. You don't know exactly what's going on, but there's going to be some weird shit. And the last book this week, it was another blind buy. Garth Ennis book, The Ribbon Queen #1. It's by Garth Ennis, which, so we have this woman right here. It's kind of hard for me to tell if it was a woman or not at the beginning. She's going into her chief's office, and turns out that there was a hostage rescue a year in 2020. And see that girl there? She was the one who was being rescued, and the guy who was leading the hostage rescue, the guy shooting the gun right there, she now suspects is the one that killed her just recently, because she's dead now, and there's evidence that this guy was out like stalking her and trying to.
Well, it's an AWA, and usually they are pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't read too many that I haven't liked from AWA.
Yeah, all the AWA stuff that I've read has always been really good. I haven't read all of them, but
the last one I read was Absolution. And they absolutely hated the ending.
Well,
I got it.
You got what you promised, right?
I never made it past the first issue of that one. That one is one of the rare ones.
I stuck with it because it was kind of like a Ultraviolet, kind of like a Blade type of story. Yeah, cyberpunk.
And then over this last Saturday, we had at my local LCS, we had we're not at the Comic-Con since San Diego was just over the weekend, and they had a big bunch of people get together, sell stuff. I got 2 books by some local guys, which is this, and that's actually kind of interesting. And then there's a guy named Tad Galusha. He's done some national things, like the Elvis Bubba Hotep one that just came out a couple years ago. He drew it. But then there's this, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, that looks really, Kaiju Libre.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then we had some people selling some books.
Man, I hope there's a natural variant for that.
Huh?
So hope there's a nacho variant for that.
Probably. And there's a guy there who I was looking at. He had all these graded books and some older stuff on sale. He had a Werewolf by Night 32.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I don't have that to show off. 1,600 bucks you wanted. So my only option was to sit there and say, who do I have to kill to get this? But it was him, her, everyone in there, and the people in the store. So that would have been like Frank Castle numbers, and I wasn't really down for that. Or there was a bank down the street, and this was a Saturday, so the bank was closed, so I couldn't rob the bank. So I just had to let it go. I just took a picture. But I did pick up some other books from it. I got Detective Comics 361 and 362.
Nice.
Those are older than I am. This is from like 67.
Go-Go checks on there?
Huh?
Those Go-Go checks on the top there? That Batman?
The check
Go-Go
marks?
checks?
Yeah. Go-Go checks.
Yeah. Those are Go-Go checks.
That's what they call the checker pattern on the top.
Oh,
Checkerboard.
okay.
Yeah.
And then, since I'm really getting into these old, like EC books, I picked up this.
Ooh, The Witching Hour.
Oh, that's a Breen book, I think.
Yeah, this is number 2.
That was an auction book. One of them.
Yeah, this is
was it?
wanted 14
Yeah, it
for it.
was. Yeah, I had that on auction once.
He
Oh,
wanted
wow.
14 for it. He says it's very good, and it's a 3/4 inch split butt and tape on the top pole, something like that. But got that, and then I got this,
Sweet.
Nice.
which is was number 185, and he wanted how much did he want for this? $16.
Okay.
And one more thing that I got from there. The guy had a bunch of graded books. Witches,
Nice.
number 1, 9.8. And so I got this. I mean, I already have the floppy of this.
Okay. I was gonna say, how are you gonna read it?
But yeah, I've read them before. But this is
The trade is $9.99.
I know.
Yeah.
A lot of the image for volume 1s are $9.99.
Yeah, but I think this is just the first. I think this is just the actual floppy, but I have that already. And he threw in this variant for free.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ghost variant. He only wanted $7 for that, but he threw that in for free. And then, and I did pick up these two as well, but they weren't, And then I picked up a Insufferable number 2,
Cool.
trade paperback.
Yeah.
And Squadron Sinister.
Cool.
I think I got that at my. I got this at my
That's
used
Hickman,
bookstore.
right?
Huh?
Hickman? Is it Hickman? Secret Wars?
No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. It's the
Oh,
Secret
okay.
Wars. And speaking of which, I also it should be either coming. I thought it was coming today, but probably tomorrow. I picked up the Squadron Supreme Omnibus, the first one, $49, and it's in town, but it should be coming tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
And speaking of Omnibus, I did get this.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, that's it right there. I've got that one. That should be coming tomorrow. But I picked this up. The Brubaker Daredevil number 1.
Very cool.
Michael Lark.
Yes, I am not a super big Daredevil fan. I like it, but I love Brubaker.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm not a Daredevil fan, but I'm not a huge Daredevil fan, but I am a big Brubaker fan.
If that's Michael Lark, I think he's the same one that was working with Greg Rucka on that Lazarus book.
And this is the art. This is where I am right here now. But yeah, I cannot wait to finish this. I've been staying up late reading it, and I need to burn through it a little bit quicker. But that's what I've got so far this week.
All right. Lindsay was saying, if you want to wear up by night omnibus, get a $200 one. Get that?
Yeah, I've got. I think I have I've read the Moon Knight. 32. I actually have all 4 of the Moon Knight omnibuses here, and I think I had read number 1 at some point. It's I've obviously facsimiles and reprints and stuff.
All right.
So I knew what happened, but
I've got some stuff to show off.
Yeah. Whoever wants to go next, red versus blue.
Ha! That's funny. No, red can go. I'm in the middle of a match right now, so red can go.
Okay. And then I'll probably step away.
In the middle of a match, you're playing Marvel Snap.
No, I'm playing something else. That's not important.
You've seen some of these. Not only comics, I get trade paperbacks, and recently I've been going for trade paperbacks instead of comics because they seem to be a better deal.
That's what I'm going to be doing.
By that I mean as far as selling. Unfortunately, the warehouse changed its pricing, so it doesn't sell 50-cent books anymore. It sells $1. So unless it's something I know I could sell for 2 or 3, I don't buy them. Some of these you've seen before, some you haven't. I did end up getting this Marvel Masterworks. It ended up being this hardcover ended up being $7. That's why I tried to sell it for 15. But what this is it's the like the first 10 of Journey into Mystery. So it's got a lot of the really cool issues. Obviously, you can see the first appearance of Loki right here. We also, I believe, have the first appearance of Cobra. What is that? Mr. Hyde Cobra. So
nice.
There's a lot of really cool first appearances and key issues for Thor on this one. Yeah, it's a great freaking book.
The golden version of the Masterworks has the Journey into Mysteries too, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think they only do like 4 issues or 6 issues.
Yeah, this one I was really happy to see that one. This is a book that Eric and I, mainly me, I know he likes it too, but I became a Robert Venditti fan thanks to Hawkman. I read Exo Man of War for my channel. I highly recommend you go check that out. Yes, I'm shilling on your channel now, Vank.
Full circle.
But we show up the auction every Saturday night, man.
Ooh, is that the trade?
Fucking incredible book. Yeah, it's the trade, which I actually found out. I looked it up on eBay. This has some dollar value to it.
I think there's still an issue or two that I can't find of the original miniseries.
The trade itself, because it's hard to find. So yeah,
that's awesome.
This is an incredible book. If you can find it, if you can find the individuals, if you see me selling them, I guarantee you I'm going to end up selling them cheaper than you'll be able to find them. So do yourself a favor, pick that up. It is freaking incredible. Another book that both me and Eric have touted through the roof. If I could get a hold of the series, I'll try to sell it. I am not selling this book until I find a copy. It's called Archie 1941.
Oh.
And it's by Wade and Augustine. Mark Wade's been just kicking all sorts of ass on Archie. But what they said about this was they wanted to write Archie. Since Archie began in 1941, they wanted to write Archie as if he would have lived in that time, where he would be, what he would be doing, and it's a lot about it's a lot about these kids who are graduating at the time that a lot of guys their age are being drafted. So who's going to go? Who's going to stay? Who's going to survive the war? Who's not? How is it affecting people like Betty and Veronica and the adults that live in Riverdale and everything? This is one of those things where you're surprised to see what they could do with the characters, where it kind of raises up the bar for the stories that have been told with these characters before. This is an A+ book easily. Another one I got, it's kind of like a Marvel's companion. It's got that kind of painted, but not Alex Ross painted look. It's called The Marvels Project, and it very much follows the early crime fighters, basically the fisticuff guys, not the super powered people. And it kind of continues the Marvel storyline.
Yeah, that's a really cool little series.
I like books about comics. That's my confession here. So when I was able, I have 2 Jack Kirby books. I've got a Stan Lee book. I've got Slugfest. I've got the unofficial biography of Marvel, whatever that's called. So when I had a chance to pick up Joe Simon, My Life in Comics, I haven't read it yet. I'm so looking forward to this. I love comic book history and the books about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say about it. So there you go. Another mini series I got talking about Alex Ross. This one is with Steve Darnell. It's called Uncle Sam. This is the first time they really steered into the whole thing where he survives off of American Spirit and how he regains it and how, it seems lost. But it's I remember it being a really good story from the 90s. Haven't read it since, in all honesty. A book I just got finished reading. I bought it as dog-eared as it looks right here, and I just continued. It's The Avengers Kree Skrull War. And not as focused as I thought it would be, but still a great story. Ended up getting this for $4, so it turned out to be a great read for that.
Now you're official. We're shilling for you.
So what?
I'm sure
he put your auction stream in the banner.
Another book that I found out has a couple of bucks in value to it is New Teen Titans Volume 1.
Nice.
I jumped on this when I saw it. I can tell you what it cost me too. It cost me $4, but I looked on eBay and it's got a couple of dollars attached to it. This is what is this? This is the first. It's DC Comics Presents 26, which I have over on my table here, and it goes to what? Oh, I guess it goes to issue number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, 9. But yeah, this is one of the greatest books. It's one of the books that got me into comic collecting. So
is that a Wolfman?
That say again?
Yep.
That was Wolfman, right?
Wolfman Perez.
Yep.
This one I have tried to sell 9,000 times on the auction by now, but I ended up getting Amazing Spider-Man Masterworks, which is the first 5 issues plus Amazing Fantasy, and nobody gives so it's on my shelf now. Let's see, another one that I highly recommend, and I had it for sale. I don't know if anybody got was Superman: The Man of Steel. I actually prefer this barren cover, but this is
nice.
This, in my opinion, is the greatest Superman origin of all time.
Is that the Byrne one?
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I have those. I have those somewhere in my room.
Yeah.
Greatest.
By the way, I paid $1.50 for it. I
love John Byrne, and he's generally his stuff is. If I see something of him, there's 3 people that I automatically pick up with his name on it. Byrne is one of them.
This week there's an Art of John Byrne book. It's one of those huge ones. It would have been 80% off. I would have gotten it, but here I am.
Yeah, Byrne, Jurgens, Ordway, Wolfman. Those who I want writing. Or Roger Stern writing Superman.
This is another one. All of these books, I wait until they're 80% off before I pick it up. This was originally $16, so it's $3.20, and it's the first Tick.
Oh,
wow!
And this is the first printing of the first Tick trade paperback, and they did colorize it, so that is different. But I'm okay with that because these comics are freaking awesome. And this is the first 6 issues. Yeah, so it's really, really cool. I was gonna sell this. That's why it's in a trade paperback. But then I realized, I really like this book. It's called Justice League: The Nail.
Nice.
And the premise of this story is, what if John and Martha ran over a nail and got a flat tire, so they weren't there to pick up Superman before the government got there when he was a baby. So
Nice.
yeah, really, really good story. I already showed off the fact that I got volume 1, but here's volume 2 of the Wahahaha Justice League.
Nice.
Very cool.
Freaking awesome book, man.
Volume 1 is that has a Batman being One Punch Man in the first issue.
That looks like a late 90s print.
Oh yeah, this is the original. This was originally $12.95.
I've never seen those.
This is from a long, long time ago.
So that'll be in the auction this weekend.
No, it won't. I get the omnibus.
Like hell, you say.
I almost got the omnibus a few years ago. I found it for sale somewhere, but I didn't buy it at the time.
I actually tried putting this in the auction. Nobody wanted it, so okay, I'll keep it. Louise Simonson, Power Pack, Volume 1. I'm okay with that.
That's the 80s version?
Yeah.
The original.
The original, right. Yeah.
I remember I bought those back in the day. I don't know where they are.
Oh, me too. I sold them long time ago, but I ended up getting this book for $1.60. So I love that. I love the warehouse.
I used to love my half-price books before the movies came out, before with Spider-Man and the MCU. I could go and buy those books, all those 90s books, for the price you're getting. Now half-price books, if it was there, it's $20.
Right. This I picked up for $6. If you haven't had a chance to read Scotty Young's Middle West, this is the omnibus. This is everything. It is a very, very good book. I was actually surprised how much I like this. It's kind of like Wizard of Oz, but they add in an element of child abuse, and that's why he's running away. That's why he ends up there.
So it's a comedy.
The monster, of course, is his father and such. It's a little deeper than what I expected it to be. It's so freaking good. And this one I got, and I ended up getting for $6. Let's see. This one, I don't know. I hope you're wearing a diaper or something, because you might just soil yourself there. But I got this.
Hey, that's pretty awesome.
This is a freaking incredible book right here.
This is at the auction this Saturday.
Which volume is that?
This is volume 1. I had volume 2. Do you have them both?
I have 2.
I was looking for this and I saw it, and I kept going. What I did was, to make sure that I could keep it, and I do this with all the books. Every time I went in to make sure that it would be there the next week, I would pick it up and I would walk around with it, and then at the end of the day, I put it back so I could wait until it was 20 or 80% off.
Maranya, when you say go, just let me know. Just say go in the chat.
Okay. But yeah, this is pretty good. What this is, it continues. It's the All-Star Squadron from the 70s that continued off of the 1940s All-Star comic. That was really good.
Grisner is funny.
Yeah, that's what is he saying? Maybe Mitch McConnell was reading Gabby Rivera before his free speech.
Oh yeah, because Rhaegar said I might likely pick up Gabby Rivera books because I constantly give myself a nearly stroke.
This one cost me $25, but what the hell? It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I've seen that. That's cool.
So yeah, what this is, it's like all of the stuff before they became the Guardian in the Guardians of the Galaxy. So you have the first appearance of Gamora right there. And of course you see the Star-Lord magazines, the first appearance of Rocket and all that kind of stuff, his miniseries. So it's got all that. I just picked that up.
My shoulders are hurting just seeing you lift that up.
I know that's a thick book. I've seen that one. Yeah.
I will never apologize for this, but I am, in fact, you know what? No, I'm gonna save her for later. I picked this up because, dude, if you could get yourself some freaking Jack Kirby Green Arrow, get yourself some Jack Kirby Green Arrow.
Yo,
this
nice.
one, this one was pretty damn awesome. Now I didn't get this from the warehouse. This was an Ollie's buy.
What? Your Ollie's is way better than mine.
And it ended up costing $30.
Wow! That's a steal.
Brand spanking new too.
So
Zach,
Zach,
I have the two omnibuses of the Longbow Hunter. I've got both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Cost me. I got a check for my birthday, so it only cost me like $25 to get the two of them total.
I've got one of those coming up.
Zach's regretting not going first. He's got to follow this up.
I don't have a problem with that. No,
you talk about birthdays. That's the big guy. I'll go for that last. I will not, however, ever be embarrassed by this. But dudes, I've got the War Years. I will pick up if it's still there, I will pick up the George Perez. But here, I was able to pick up for $25 the Wonder Woman Diana Prince years. I am a Wonder Woman fan. I think her comics are just a hell of a lot of fun.
Is that the time where they actually she had to stop wearing her Wonder Woman outfit?
This is the mod.
The mod Wonder Woman.
Yeah. This is the Emma Peel years. So
this is weird.
Yeah. Now those
are worth getting just because.
Yeah.
I mean, just yeah.
This one you talk about checks. Also I guess this one counts. Was able to get this also for $30.
Oh, nice!
And this is the Savage. These are the Savage She-Hulks. So it's the first 25.
I have that one myself.
Unfortunately, the Sensational She-Hulk is a little expensive nowadays, but I would like to get that one as well. But also was able to pick up Wonder Woman, the Silver Age Omnibus #1. They just came out with the second one, so I'm jazzed about that. One of my favorite covers of all time, right there. I always love that one. All righty. Let's see what else. And this, you were talking about giving a check for a birthday. This was my Christmas present right here. And there is nothing but love and goodness in this book, man.
How big is that? I mean, that's pretty damn thick.
Oh yeah. There you go.
That's over 1,200-1,300 pages, right?
I actually haven't counted. I just know it's a bunch of books.
Yeah, it's the one you store your gun inside.
Yeah, really. You really could. It is so freaking cool. So those I got all on the discounts at the warehouse. There is one more book that I managed to be able to pick up for $6, and I thought that was kind of fun.
Oh, nice. Thunderdome.
Little Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini goodness here. Thump the first 100 days. So there you go. I had awesome stuff to show off for you there, man.
All right.
Just to get a couple of people's, ruin a couple of people's days. I love it.
So anybody here is not from the shared universe that we have between our channels. Anybody who's new watching, check out the ticker down below. Saturday night, man, comic book auction fun. A lot of affordable books.
Yeah, by now you should be picking up people who don't watch my channel.
Everybody in the chat right now.
I've ever met you, man.
You know what? I pissed somebody off today. They mentioned something in my comments, and I told a joke, and I guess I could see how it was taken wrong. But they were talking about something. They said along the lines of those Bible bashing conservatives, and I thought they were joking, because generally conservatives aren't the ones who are Bible bashing. So I said, thank you for trolling my. I said it like this, how I meant it was thanks, thank you for trolling my comments. It helps the algorithm because he already got one fish. So I kind of figured he said it because, let's see how many people we could agitate by saying you're Bible bashers. And he got mad because it sounded like I was going after him. And I was like, whoa, hold on. You meant, because he was like, I meant people who grab onto their Bibles and that's it. They're swinging around. And
that's Bible thumping.
That's what I said. I said, my reply was, you meant Bible thumping. Yeah. When you said bashing, I thought you were.
I was going to say, like, did he not see what Obama said? You Christians and your guns and your Bibles.
That's what that reminded me of. Yeah.
The phrase is Bible thumping. So that's why when you say bashing, it means insulting. So yeah.
The craziest I ever got is somebody was mad because I didn't have Berserker higher on my list of books that I liked for the best of the week. He's like, "Oh, how could that be so far down?" I'm thinking like,
Jack gave a good review to a Ta-Nehisi Coates Black Panther.
Wait,
talking Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Speaking of which, I actually lost my job because of a joke I told.
Yeah, me too. A long time ago.
No, this is earlier this year.
Hold on. Am I gonna lose my channel if you tell it here?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
We had a little work phone that we had to pass around to like clock in and out of work. And the guy says, "Hey, hand me the black phone." And I said, "You mean the African American phone?"
Oh.
And everyone there laughed except for one guy, and he went to HR and they fired me for it.
Was that the only black guy?
Stupid.
Was that the only black guy?
Yeah. And I was just like, dude, here's $5. Get a sense of humor. You know, it wasn't malicious. It was meant to be funny. But
a while back, and I forgot what it was at this point. It was 33 years now, 36 years. So excuse me. But I was on the Jungle Cruise. And when you go around, there's not anymore. There used to be these African warriors.
Zulus, right?
Yeah, Zulus. Yeah. And they were shouting things, and they actually did a swear word. And you're not supposed to hear it. It was a little joke. Imagineers sometimes put things in there, and you're not supposed to point it out. Let the engines run, just go along. But at this point, it was a cast Christmas party, and how they did the Christmas parties back when I worked there, half of us would work, the other half would play. And then the next day, half would work, the other half would play. So everybody got a chance. Well, I thought, okay, we're all employees here. So I said the natives sound mad these days. And I kind of shut everything off, and they heard it, and I moved right on. And just like you, a lot of people laughed and such because a lot of people already knew it. But there was someone on that boat that decided I needed to get in trouble for it. So I am on a no hire list, by the way, at Disney. I cannot get a job at Disney again.
Jeez. Oh, that's kind of a good, I guess that can be a good thing though. Really?
Well, I was wanting to get a job, get the tickets and all that kind of stuff. And I went and tried. That's how I found out I was on a no hire list. And I thought, wait a second. When I tried, it was 25 years later.
Put on some lipstick and a dress, and then go over there, and they'll hire you.
I got that job.
They'll hire you as one of the princesses.
But yeah, I know, right? But it was kind of funny because I even said this. The lady thought that I was a great candidate for the job. I'm real personable. I got a lot of I've got guest service skills, so forth, so on. And I said, "Are you kidding me? 25 years later, I can't get a job at Disney?" I said, "Literally, there are murderers who got life sentences, served their 25 years, and they're getting out of prison, but I can't get a job at Disney for telling a joke, not even telling a joke, just turning off the engines." Go figure.
Yeah. All right, Zach, are you prepared?
Oh, wow. Are we still doing books? Okay. Yeah. No.
Hey, I just showed off a big ass comic books, mother.
Yeah, no, I've got a few books. I've got a few.
All right.
I've got my small budget cut pull list that I got here.
Is my book and my other book?
No, not that small. Not that small. That's also what she said. Not that small. But anyway. Yeah, so this is number 6 I got here. This is The Scorched. This is number 20.
Mine was better.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's $2.99. it's not a super memorable. I kind of am interested in the stuff they're doing with She-Spawn. Also, I like seeing normal Spawn. That's cool. He hasn't been around too much until recently. So some cool stuff going on there. I miss Gunslinger Spawn though. McFarlane, do something. Give us Gunslinger. Although, did y'all know Jimmy Palmiotti is going to be writing Gunslinger Spawn coming up? I found that out during Comic-Con.
Okay, considering what he does with Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex, right. Yeah, it'll probably be really good. Let's see, number 5 here. We got Night Terrors. This is issue number 2. I like it. I like them bringing in the Sandman, Deadman teaming up. I like that. This is Wesley Dodds. Yes, this is pretty cool. I'm not getting all the tie-ins, though. So I was going to. I might still get the Green Lantern one, but I'm not getting all those tie-ins. I'm done playing the tie-in game. Issue number 4. Nobody showed this off, so this is the new Avengers title. So this is Avengers number 3. I think it's number 3.
Is that Wonder Man?
Yeah, this is the Mark Brooks Floating Heads variant. Wonder Man, Tigra, Monica Rambeau, Hawkeye with the mask they should give him again. I actually really like this. This is really cool. This is how I found out Tony has a new set of armor, like the stealth armor that you were showing off in the Iron Man book. There's some canon and some continuity going on here.
Yeah, Carol wanted to join the team, and he said no.
No, he said yeah. What are you talking about?
In the Duggan book, he said no.
In issue number 1, he said yeah. Duggan's a little weird there. But anyway, yeah, this is really cool. There's a new team of villains. They're kind of like supernatural, celestial, eternal type beings. So they attack the Earth at 5 different points, and so different Avengers scatter to go, meet them. It's really cool. I like it. I think each of the following issues is going to follow like a one-on-one fight, which is kind of a cool idea. Down to the top 3, we got Ultimate Invasion, issue number 2, Jonathan Hickman and Brian Hitch. And yeah, I was wondering why Magic was on the cover of this. She seemed like a really weird choice to have on here, but after reading the story, it makes sense. Maker found an alternate universe he wants to turn into his new home universe, and you find out all the stuff he's been doing, messing around with the creation of heroes or delaying or completely erasing origins of other heroes. It's really, really cool. It's that Jonathan Hickman sci-fi goodness. He even actually, and Hickman, I don't know if you did this. I remember when Skip and Tosh and I were going through a bunch of Hickman's older like Ultimate stories. There's even some callbacks in here to a Maker story or to an Ultimate story that Jonathan Hickman wrote.
So he does say something in this book here. He says, Captain Marvel asked me to serve on the Avengers, and I've already let one friend down. I'm just going to have to be starter than I like. So he says that means turning over the Mark 70 to Phelan. So he basically didn't join the Avengers.
I wonder if that was written before Avengers 1, because when Avengers 1 came out, he was the first person she asked, and he was like, sure, and he's on the team.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, Cap's in here. Yeah.
Cap Steve or Cap Falcon?
The only Cap there is. There is no Cap Falcon. His name's Falcon.
All right, number 2, and I'm kind of surprised this is number 2, but I liked number 1 just this much. But number 2 is the return of my favorite Image book. This is Firepower, double size, 25th issue. A little light on the action. There are some really cool action scenes in here. I'm not going to give anything away because I know Ash is probably watching. Chris Samney's art is just amazing. He hasn't missed a beat. The stuff between Owen and his mentor is really compelling, really interesting, good storytelling. Some cool stuff happens with some side characters. I'm not going to dive into this too much. If you want me to go into this in detail,
we will next Monday.
Next Monday, you beat me to it, you bastard. Ash on Comics channel. Go to Ash on Comics Monday night for the late night comic stream. We'll be going into Firepower in full, but man,
11 p.m. Central Monday nights.
It was really good to be reading Firepower again. So happy. And then my number one book is Night Club, the finale.
Oh, we all sort of liked that, didn't we?
God, this was such a... I was worried. I was like, okay, I trusted Mark Miller, but I didn't know how he was going to wrap this up. He wrapped it up really nicely. I thoroughly enjoyed the climax, the final battle, so to speak. The way that it ends with kind of like a ... question mark kind of thing. I really dug that.
And it says end only volume 1.
Yeah,
So
there's more. I knew. Yeah, we knew that.
So, I'm just glad that it says that, and I hope we get another one after the whole stuff that's going on with Nemesis.
Yeah. So Night Club was phenomenal. If you haven't read it, you really need to read Night Club.
I'm thinking at least one of them's going to survive, or at least 2 of them or 3 of them. Because the whole big game going on.
All 3 of them have to survive.
Nemesis is going after them.
But all 3 of them are going to survive.
Think it was Recruit?
All 3 of them are going to survive, though. Pretty
That's
sure.
what you want to believe.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, good point. But anyway, that's all I have. I don't have any omnibuses or back issues because I'm poor. But I was reminded a few months ago, I put a pre-order down on an omnibus, and I will have it next week. So I will have something to next week or the week after next. It might be the week after next. But no, actually, next Thursday is August the 3rd, so I should have it by then. But you'll just have to wait and see what it is.
Yeah, I pulled the trigger on a couple other omnibuses that will be coming in within. Yeah, I'll have a couple things to show next week.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. You can take my giant ugly face off the screen now.
I'm just looking at Geek Easy back there using witness protection.
Using what?
Look at your witness protection when you're at a small screen because I like you can barely see your face because the light behind you.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I've got this is the only way that I can set my stuff up, and
you gotta get drapes. Blinds don't do anything. Those are the ones that hang. I hate.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's 7 p.m. here, and it's just now getting down to,
crazy
apartment level. It doesn't get dark until around like 10 or 11 p.m. here.
Something I don't know what to do with is because I bought this for a price that I'm not sure I want to say, but let's say it's ridiculously low. All right. And then I realized I didn't look at it completely. And
it's missing the other part.
Yeah.
Go on eBay and type it up. Someone might be selling that piece.
Yeah, I was going to do that. I might actually offer it on the auction first. I was thinking 20.
As long as you have them facing the direction we don't see the other part, looks fine.
Yeah, I only paid $10 for this.
Just have them face have them face to the left, and you can't even tell.
Yeah, you put them like that, like this.
There you go. See,
yep.
He's an
awesome BRB.
But I picked that up. I also picked up the Scarlet Witch. I showed that off on my channel. A Catwoman in her wedding dress that I also realized was missing an earring and a ear off the tiara. But yeah, really good.
No, it probably was when he bought it like that. It was on display, right?
It was on display. I don't know if the ears and the headpieces in the packaging. I should look.
Maybe
it's outside the room. I just took it out and I was like, "Gosh darn it!" I put it on my shelf. It's been sitting there. I've got a Carnage statue. I've got that Miles Morales statue as well.
We got new ones out every time I go to a shop. Oh my gosh, I cannot go in the one section because all it is the $50, $60 ones. I've got a whole collection behind me, and like you can see,
Yeah. Well, you see mine.
I know it. I'm running out of room for that. See, you got shelving. That's my next step. I'm gonna have shelving all around my whole entire room just to have
this is a pride and joy. I love this statue right here. I ended up spending about $30 for it because it was $150 and I got it for 80% off. Very happy with that. And then I look on YouTube or eBay, and it's going for around like $200. I thought about it. I was, do I want to? The only statue I sold was one of the statues I would prefer to keep. That's it. That lizard statue I showed off, I sold that one for $200.
Yeah, look, see, those are too pricey for me. They look cool, but I'm like, $60 is kind of where I kind of draw the line.
Well, it originally started off as one of those $60 statues, but it's old and it's out of print now. So people looking for it, they've elevated it to $200.
That's like I have the Flash statue. I put it back upstairs because I'm rotating.
Yeah,
this was 100. The Green Goblin back there, that was like 110.
Yeah, I've got that with the Aquaman. The Aquaman right here, it rotates. Like sometimes it'll be worth $100, $80. I've seen it that high. I've seen as low as 70, and then it gets right back over 100.
I haven't seen that Rocketeer I got you in well.
Oh, that's right there.
I used to see that all the time. If you pop up the shop, you have another one, I haven't seen that one version.
Anything Batman animated series is starting to go up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Peter David Supergirl is starting to go up now as well. So
I saw the Diamond Gallery one, the really expensive ones. Jeez, they're like a shoebox tall. Like they're expensive. It was 115 or something, $120 he was selling it for. Somebody bought it, and I was just like, it looks like I would just break it just by touching it, moving it, it would snap.
Yeah, that's this one right here. The Batman.
Yeah.
I bought it really cheap, and the reason why is because the tail is
snapped.
Yeah, the tail is hanging on by a thread.
Oh, you didn't glue it?
Oh no, I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did. That's what I'm talking about. It
was
broken, and I had to reattach.
It drives me nuts. Here, I'm full screen if we can see it. Is back here. Is the Rogue one? Hold on.
Oh, the Jungle Rogue, yeah.
Jungle Rogue. The spear tip breaks off. It broke off twice. I had to glue it again.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a piece of junk, but it's a nice statue. It's nice.
The Raven on my Teen Titans set. I could flash it over there, but probably show off my dirty ass room. But that Teen Titans set right there, the Raven statue is over 100 again. So the whole set, by the way, I could probably get $400 or $500 for, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, what do they have?
We're playing. We're having a big dick contest with our statues here. So
I see that. I have nothing. Actually, I've got
We already know that.
No, I've got a few statues, but they're all anime statues.
This man has no dick.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I have no statues, so I have to bow out.
I've got anime statues. Y'all will be like, "Who is that guy?" And then I'd have to go explain the whole story. And
I question
Isn't that
the guy.
what your girlfriend said? Oh, sorry.
The ex-wife. That's why.
What's the omnibus?
Yeah.
Actually,
which one?
It's the
JSA on top.
All three of the Jeff Johns JSAs.
Ooh,
you managed to get a number one, huh?
I found a number one for it was like $80 or $90. I found one that was my birthday present.
Dude, you know what?
Organicpricedbooks.com.
Okay, I want that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yesterday I got the one that I'm getting in like tomorrow. It's there's a Squadron Supreme one, $49.
I got so the one I'm getting is the Jonathan Hickman Secret Warriors omnibus. It comes out in print on August the 1st or the 2nd. I'm getting it for like $50 or $60. It's the entire run. Yeah.
I spent $58 on my Squadron Supreme 2 years ago. So
nice.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
There was a Vinkman and I saw the other night. There was like an Avengers omnibus. I forget which.
Volume 2.
Yeah, Volume 2. I don't remember everything that's in there, but it's like I think the first Vision is in it. I think Black Panthers.
King size and number 2.
King size, yeah, king size
should
annual.
Be like right at the beginning. It should end right before the Kree Skrull.
I think it either ends with the Kree Skrull War or it's like right there. But it's about $50 though.
31 to 58 Avengers Annual, 1 and 2. X-Men number 45, and the material from not Branagh, numbers 5 and 8. So this is beginning the Master Avenger storyteller Roy Thomas's run. It's covered watershed moments, the first appearance of Ultron and the Vision, the Black Widow's surprise connection with the Red Guardian, Hercules' epic battles with the Marinara sauce guy, the Drake and the Dragon Man, Avengers versus Super Adaptoid, Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, Defect. Black Panther joins the team. Then Avengers fight the X-Men and all new Masters of Evil. And
so with that omnibus, if you go to in stock trades, they have it for
that's where I get a lot of my stuff is in stock trades.
$54.
Problem with them is it just takes
that's awesome.
Forever to,
you're a Squadron Supreme fan.
Yeah.
That's going to be in there.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I love the websites. You get 40% off or 42% off these books, and then you also get free shipping over $50.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you're looking to, if you don't have an Ollie's, that is my Ollie's online. It's in stock trades.
I need
the deals. Ollie's. I mean, right now the Avengers Omnibus Volume 2 is 46% off. It's $54. It was $100.
And one thing I used to get all my stuff through Amazon, and then I just realized it gets here quicker, but half the time you get something wrong with them. So I'm willing to spend the time to wait a little bit extra time to get some stuff that's in good shape, and they're cheaper.
Word. Guys, I'm going to go ahead. I've got to bow out. I've got to get some stuff taken care of before work tomorrow morning.
I'm probably going to end it right now since we're past the 2-hour-11 mark.
Oh, okay.
I don't make it too long for people to watch the replay. But thank you for joining us, England team. Is that how you pronounce it?
Is it England? Yeah, you said it properly for the first time ever.
First time? I'm sure there's proof I've said it at least 3 times.
Okay, let's say we'll go 3. We'll go 3.
England team.
How long have we known each other? 5 years?
Almost.
Yeah.
2018?
3 times.
End of 2018? Yeah, so getting there. Too long.
Some would say, yes.
All right, so tomorrow we have some 2 readings on the channel here. Also check out Angleteen on his channel. He might be doing something over there.
Yeah.
And Saturday night is the auction at 8 p.m. Eastern.
That is the true facts.
And like I said, he has between $1, $2, some $5, and then he gets some big dogs, which are usually $20 the most.
Does it make you horny?
No, unless the chocolate one does.
I never understood that. It's like the good they make that. Never mind. All right.
I thought it was a Skittle at first. You're holding up.
No, it's a green.
The green M&M. That's been around since T and I were kids.
Yeah. That's why it's green now. It's changed
probably,
son. Pistachio flavored. Yes, I've seen pistachio chocolate. It's not good. Or actually, no. That's what I saw at the store. Pistachio. There's peanut butter, but there's a pistachio butter you can use for spread.
I believe it. I have almond butter.
Spencer's comment. You said 8:00, and he goes 8:22. Gotcha.
Engleteen Standard Time. So
right.
All right, guys. So have fun. Thank you for showing up. Leave a comment down below. Let you guys know what you thought of this stream. Do you want more of Engleteen on the channel? And maybe we can encourage him to join a reading one of these Fridays or Sundays. Probably Sunday when you're not really doing much.
Oh, Sunday, I'm not doing very much because I'm fucking lazy and tired. I could say anything else, but it ain't happen.
So please leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you want to subscribe to this channel, why not? You don't know nothing else to do. We're on YouTube. You have no life.
That's the way to drag him in. Come on, join us. You ain't got better things to do.
You got puppets on the other streams reviewing stuff.
We're where you go when you're tired and bored of the good people who do this shit.
We must be doing something right. We attracted you on the channel tonight.
Oh!
I was bored.
See, exactly. Ko-fi.com/Puppeteen. $1 or more, just $1 alone if you donate to the channel. It's eligible. You can choose our next readings, or you can choose our next retrospective. And every dollar goes towards helping Puppeteen pay for the StreamYard, which is a monthly fee, and also for the yearly Marvel and DC reading apps we use for the channel.
It's also so that he can pay me every time they make a joke that goes a bridge too far, but they don't want me to sue, so they pay me reparations.
We don't talk about bridges on this channel, even though there is a bridge to this channel right now.
Like
The
you
channel-
having babies Thomas Jefferson style
I have no children.
that you know
Thank
of.
goodness. Thank goodness.
The Gators
They didn't
down.
admit to having. No, it's the, he could be like the Bidens and the kids, the grandkids that he doesn't admit to having.
You have no children, but for the ones in the basement.
We're in Louisiana, sir. We don't have basements here.
I
And those aren't
understand
necessarily him.
I understand that lifestyle.
There you go.
I got popsicles in my cellar. The family.
Get your fat ass back in here.
Yeah. Okay, Herbert the pervert.
Get your fat ass back in here.
Get some popsicles.
You're going down. You're going
Okay.
down these stairs here. We're going to have ourselves a good conversation. Get your fat ass in here, you little son of a bitch.
All right.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,